Very good morning. Today is September 9th. The time is at about 8:30 a.m. So today is Midcap Nifty expiry, which is Monday. And I think today is going to be an interesting day. The reason was there was jobs data that came up in US on Friday evening. And then definitely the global market, especially the US markets, took a beating, and Nasdaq was down by almost like 2%, and then we had the Dow Jones falling. So I think it's going to be an interesting day. I believe Fed rate cut announcement is going to happen on September 18th. So while you still got some time, another 9 days or so, but then today my view is very interesting day to really watch out. So today is, as I said, Midcap Nifty expiry, and hey Varun, good morning. I assume you're able to hear my voice. If it is not, if it is yes, can you say yes? I just want to be sure that you are able to hear my voice. All right, I'll continue. So let me spend some time on really taking through what's in store, and I will also talk. I do have some overnight positions, which are one is definitely the positional trade that I did on Angel Broking, where I have 25,500 P sold it, which I think I'll get into losses there. But I do also have a CE position at 26,000. So I think probably each one of them compensate with each other. But if I get into a net profit there, I will perhaps exit. But otherwise, I'll have to take a call on that. So before further ado, let me get back to my screen sharing and also looking at what could be the potential market for today. All right. So hey Anand, a very good morning. Let's look at Midcap Nifty to start with, right? So that's where probably there's going to be a lot of action today. Midcap Nifty, I think this was one trade that I wanted to do on Friday. I wanted to short at about 13,200 or 13,300, but then because of the losses that I got into Sensex, I couldn't really focus on Midcap Nifty. That's what which really happened that day. But otherwise, I mean, anyway, there will be multiple opportunities in the market, so nothing that we need to really worry. Let me get rid of some of these indicators and then make it very simple. So I will go with the famous linear regression, and I'll come back to the other indicators in a moment. So today is Monday, and so we got to see definitely a negative trend on Midcap Nifty. This is 5 minutes, but then let me start with about 15 minutes and then see what's in store. And this is 30%, and this doesn't make sense. Okay, so this is 76, and then we have 5 minutes. Okay, let's stay with 5 minutes for now, which is close to about 94% correlation. So this actually shows Midcap Nifty might end up closing at about 12,800. Again, today being a what is a gap down, I believe. Mostly, I think pretty much every indicator in the world is saying it's gap down. So I think only one thing here is this is kind of poised for a reversal from the MACD perspective. But then when the market opens, we do not know. So we'll see how it goes. So I think the Midcap Nifty, I would probably get into below 13,000 kind of a thing. But at the opening, I would not want to take that risk, because Friday I took that risk and then it did not really pay off. So at least on the next trading session, I want to be a bit careful. I might short somewhere around 13,100 and then see how it goes. And then if the markets are actually not recovering, I might probably build on that position. So I think that's what my plan and the Midcap Nifty. So I think as I said in the starting of the conversation, September 18th is very crucial, where the Fed job data is actually going to be announced. So we'll have to watch out that. And generally, I was actually reading some news articles, but also I will do my own analysis. Maybe tomorrow I'll present it. There is obviously the earlier article that I read it actually shows that whenever there is a rate cut, the US market either stayed flat or some bearishness, and then eventually they will take 3 to 12 months to come back to bullish kind of a thing. Having said that, Indian markets, I not seen any analysis done on the Indian markets, how the Indian markets behaved when there was a rate cut in US. So I will spend some time later tonight and then look at the data points and then present tomorrow. If you join tomorrow's market pulse, I'll be able to really show that. But Indian markets, anyway, if I go back to Nifty, we did reach the peak anyway. So usually when we reach peak, there is going to be some bit of a sluggishness. That's what which really happened. And but thankfully, if you look at the linear regression, this is still in the channel. So the bottom actually for me, it shows about 24,620. If I probably go and then put a Camrilla. So this is at the CPR in the daily, and we also have some resistances, right? So we got about 24,417, and I think I would say 25,500 could be a good resistance for Nifty. I'm not expecting to want to go below this. If it goes below this, we will in fact go to 23,000, which I think is, my view, very unlikely. Even this is also perhaps unlikely, but we do not know what's going to happen, because this, in order to Nifty to reach here, it's almost like 15,000 points, right? So close, not 15,000, about 13,000, which I think is 1300. Apologies, it's going to be a little tricky to reach there. But I would put a cautious eye on this particular linear regression channel. In case if it breaks, I would be a bit worried. It's going to be some kind of a bullishness. I think the only time it broke was during the election results day, which obviously there was a 10% down, and then again it kind of recovered. So that should be all right. And then this, in fact, this channel started back in April 24th, right? So you still got, I mean, it's almost like not 6 7 months. I think it's about probably 3 4 months. Let's see if this channel breaks, then I would be worried. But until such a time, I think it's absolutely all right. I think I'm okay to really short something on the top and then see how the Nifty behaves. So right now on the angel broking, I do have the overnight positions at 26,000 CE. I might probably bring them down to 25,500 CE, which are September month end expiry. Even if it reaches here, then there could be some kind of a bounce back. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. I think that's kind of a prediction for Nifty, and I think both the markets I would be willing to short, and that also is good. In fact, I want to protect the portfolio also. I think that's what which probably I will do today. I think that's all from the. Let me, before I wind up, let me also look at what's happening in the weekly chart, which is important. So weekly chart a lot more wider. Let me. Okay, let me stay here because it's also important to look at the Camarilla pivot points. And so you got again weekly also, this is 24,466. So this, I think, my view, is solid resistance, my view. And also you got to see quite a bit of a consolidation, or the reversal happened at this particular point of time. So I think 24, in case if market falls, 24,500 seems to be a good resistance for Nifty. And then top, obviously there is pretty much no limit, and at least until December, it actually showing 25,000. In case I mean, by looking at this, I'm also getting tempted to short something on the December and then see how it goes. And either, I mean, it could be shorting the CE, or but I will not be definitely short buying put. But if at all I do anything, I will short the CE and then see how it goes, right? So but I will wait for this reversal to happen, and then probably at the next up move, I might probably take that call. But right now, I think it looks absolutely all right. Let's, on that note, let's also look at Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, from the weekly chart perspective, it's definitely a massive red candle here. But however, if I go and then look at the daily chart also definitely, I think it's one of the massive downward candle. If I really look at the size, I think the last one we had only on the 13th August, and this is probably, these are some of the highest. This is anyway during the Japan incident, but this is I think one reversal we saw on 13th August, and after that, this is probably the biggest candle. And I think the solid body perspective, this seems to be definitely biggest compared to this one. This I will ignore because that's a more of an event driven. So I think yeah, there could be. I do not know if there's going to reversal, but I'll keep an eye on this particular line, which is at the 2 sigma level. So this is also 68%, and this is the daily chart. All right. So today I'm not going to. Okay, last week I did burn my hands with the bank X. Probably I will not touch bank X today. I will probably play on Midcap Nifty. I think bank X also very similar. So this is one of the solid. But then we got to see some recovery towards the probably the fag end of the day. If I go back to 5 minutes, yeah, very small recovery. But then if I go to 5 minutes chart, that is still shows a downward trend, and maybe I would do, in case I get tempted with the premiums, I might do some C sell and then see. I do not, probably today I would not do strangles, at least in the starting of the day, because that would be definitely be dangerous. So all right, I think let me quickly take some questions, and then I will wind up for today. Let me come on. All right, uh, so US job data, I think it's, I'll not say bad news, but then it's definitely less than whatever the uh, markets actually expected. Right? I think that's what which makes little tough. So that's what the US jobs data. I think other than that, I do not see any other question. Yeah, good morning, everybody, and if you're trading, please be careful. And there could be definitely good amount of volatility today, because today is being a. I think there's going to be definitely gap down day, and then let's see how the market would actually perform. All right, then I think that's all from my end for now, and thanks to all of you for joining. Let me one second. All right. Thanks all of you for joining, and let's get ready for the day. And today, I think, as I said, my main focus would be definitely on the mid cap Nifty, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll probably go on and do BankX. But BankX, I would not want it to really touch today. So that's the plan at this point of time, at least. So yesterday we had a very good meetup in Bangalore. We did meet in where is this, Hilton, I think. So I think very good conversations, and personally I learned quite a bit from various people, various backgrounds, and interestingly, most of the people that came in yesterday, they were all profitable. That's definitely a good news to know. And they're also profitable because they're not greedy. So a lot of times people had put across certain ways to earn money, and that's what which they actually did. So all right, thank you, Dinesh, much appreciated. I think that's all from my end for now, and I need to also prepare for the trading, because, as I said, Friday was a bit of a horrible day. I had to really do quite a bit of a fight back, and which I do not want to do today. I wanted to do a bit safe trade today, and then see how it goes. And so I think the next my plan is to go to Hyderabad. I will probably spend 1 or 2 days there. I mean, obviously, I do have lot of friends and ex-colleagues and relatives there, so I will spend some time. And also one of my friend called for their college some hackathon, so that's nothing to do with trading, but mainly from my tech job perspective. So I'll spend some time there in that college, and then maybe if I get some time, I will definitely catch up with some of the people who are in the Hyderabad. So let's look at so Friday trades. I told you. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. So let me spend some time if you guys are interested, right? So Friday. So let me tell you the story. I think it's a little bit of a horror story, but still I will tell. All right. I think Camarilla. I think I should put that actually played a good role, right? So All right. So Friday happened. What happened? I was on the live trade anyway, right? So see, there was a. So I was originally I had an overnight position, which obviously that was 82,000, 82,500, and then obviously that made some money, about 60,000 or whatever. And then because it is falling down, I came a lot more close to this one. So which is I believe. No, I think one second. Okay, so I might be wrong, but then some CE position. So that's all right. So and then what happened, because it is falling down, I came on the CE a little bit more closer. I think 82,500. That's right. And then when it is going up, I felt this 82,500 will have some impact. So I started building the positions at 81,000. One second here. 81,500 PE. I think that's a little far anyway. 81,500 PE, and then one second. Yeah, 81,500 PE. So that's where I started building. But generally, as you know, right, Sensex premiums are definitely higher compared to. Oh, you're not able to see the screen. One second. What about now? All right, let me start the narration again, right? So I was at 82,500 CE when that was the previous day's trade, and then I made about 60,000 there. But then this particular move, right? So this particular move tricked me. So when it is going up, then I thought I need to protect the. I also had some positions started building on the CE side, right? So when it is going up, I started losing money. Some point of time that actually showed about 3 lakhs or whatever. So then I started building the PE positions at I think 81,500. That's what I remember. So this is definitely almost like um, 500 points down, right? So I thought it's going to be a safer bet there. Yeah, here somewhere here, 81,500. So when I started building, so two things happened. One thing is I started seeing PE premiums spiking up here. So technically, when it goes up, it has to reduce, which did not happen. And this also started spiking up. So it's basically when it reached here, I was in 3 lakh losses, I think. And then this particular fall, I thought it's a false one. The reason is it's actually came down and then went back. This is obviously 5 minutes candle. Then I started building some more PE positions here. And then after this particular fall right here, when it reached L5, so then I thought it's a real one. So then I had to exit the 81,500. So that actually took away close to 18 lakhs. So I think I made some little money here. So then obviously I have exited everything here. So I have to wait for the cool off for the second confirmation. But generally what I do is, in case if some of those things happens, I'll go little far. So in this case, I went to almost like somewhere here 79,500, and then I started building the put positions there. It's basically when it's a building, I started selling the put there with obviously some edge there. And then at this particular point of time, put started giving some money. And then pretty much I think here it's kind of a got into consolidation. And then L6 I was little worried. So in case, usually what happens is, if the L6 breaks, then there is no further support here, right? So we need to be very, very careful. So when L6 started breaking, I started also building the CE positions on the top. CE positions are usually heavy loaded. When it's heavy loaded, the quantity is a lot more higher. So slowly I started getting on to 82,000, and also slowly 81,900, 81,800. I think somewhere here 81,700 also I was there. And then that's where I started building these positions, while also bringing some of this P to little bit more closure. So that's what which I did. And I think I did not put the moving average here. I think I also saw some support at the moving average. I'm not able to recollect right now. That also helped me take that call. And in fact, at some point of time, I was very close to this one. This particular thing, I was able to really get a confirmation. But then I did not want to. I would have probably made about 3 lakhs that day, but then I did not want to take that risk. I wanted to just come out of the green. So that's where I was actually. So I was very sure on the straddle, but then I did not want to take the risk. So I was actually playing one leg above the straddle, and I was actually doing mostly strangle that point of time. So I think that's all which I did that day, and that obviously got me back into green. So that's all. That's all the Friday. So that's a bit of a horror show, but that's all right. So we'll get to go through some of these things quite often. All right, let me take some questions and. Thank you so much, Prabhu. I think I did speak to you on Friday, I think. Yeah, it's a big canvas. So I usually do oil painting, and this one I picked up mm, acrylic for now. But I personally I prefer oil painting because it gives you a lot of. It's like option selling, right? You oil painting requires a lot more patience, and it does take time. And acrylic is usually quite faster, so you can do a lot more faster. So. All right, then I think that's all, and I think we're almost like 8:52. And if you're trading, all the very best, and then do not get into losses, and do contain your losses. That's all I can say, and same advice to me as well. That's all. Take care. Bye bye. In case if the time permits, and then if I get into the trade a bit early, I will get come on to live trade. But otherwise, I'll try to make a video at 3:30. Bye bye.